to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have my 5th update for Pan Those Eyeshadows. This is a project that was created by Alexy a long time ago, and now everyone and their mother is doing it because it's a lot of fun to hit pan in eyeshadows and to watch other people hit pan in eyeshadows. So I will have Alexy linked down below every single time. You know what? We're just all going to deal with it and pretend that it's Nathaniel's just singing in the background. So I will have Alexy linked down below as he... Oh my gosh. He does not want me to film, apparently. So I'll have her linked down below. Anyway, everybody's doing it differently this year. I am no exception. I'm only working on 4 shades at a time. I'm only working on palettes, only on palettes that have no pan, and I'm randomizing the palette, but I'm picking my shade that I want to hit pan in, but I also have to use the entire palette, no pan left behind style as well. So this is actually a really exciting update because I'm rolling out 2 eyeshadows, and if you remember, I do not have usage goals this year, so my eyeshadows are in... What? So my eyeshadows are in until I hit pan, and one of these shades has been in since the very beginning of the year. So let's go ahead and get into the update as I throw things on the floor. So the first palette that I had rolled in this year was the... I don't know why I'm covering it up because I already told you I had pan in it, but whatever. This is from Love Luxe Beauty. It's the Bittersweet Quad. This shade... The glue dried up. I had to take the pan out and put a magnetic sticker on the bottom of it and stick it in a magnetic palette. So in case you were wondering, the shade is still in my collection, just not in this palette anymore. But I was working on this shade right here, Tangerine. No, this is Juicy. And I was working on the shade right here, Juicy. And as you can see, I hit a nice shiny pan the other day. I used this shade 9 more times this month. Actually, wow, I'm trying to swatch it and I already covered the lid. This is going well already. It's going to be kind of hard to see on my... Well, not kind of hard. I am quite tan already from like working outside and stuff, so it's not as impactful on my hand as it was in the beginning of the year when I was pasty, but I had to use this shade 44 times to hit pan on it, and it obviously has pan in it now, so I'm going to be rolling a new palette in for that one. And then the second shade that I hit pan in probably won't be too much of a surprise. It comes from my Glam Light Pie palette, and I had picked the shade Peach. I actually hit pan on this in my eye look today. I have this on the inner half of my lid, and it's a pretty decent sized pan because a lot of the times I was using my finger, and you don't pick up as much when you use your finger. But I used this one 6 more times this month for a total of 20 to hit pan. So those 2 shades are rolling out. Nathaniel, what is wrong? It's like he's fine until he hears me start filming, and then he has to go and do his thing. Okay. Shut my door, but I don't think that's going to do much. The next shade that I'm working on comes from my Vizier Neutral Matte palette, and the shade that I picked to work on is right here. I don't know how well you'll see, but I am actually working on this as my like lid setting shade, and I just started working on this one as my brow powder. So I could, by the time I finally hit pan in this shade, I could have 2 other pans in this palette. But I have 20 uses on this already. I only used it 4 more times, so this is what it looks like after 24 uses. Like, you can definitely see a dip, but I don't think I am anywhere near pan on this one, so this is going to be staying in for quite a while. when you compare it next to this gray, it looks much more like browny purple, but then when I swatch it out, it looks like on its own, it looks more gray. So it really depends on what you pair it with. If I want like a lighter outer corner, I don't want something quite so deep, I'll go for that one. But if I want something deeper, it's not quite deep enough. So, and then the last palette that I had, my most recent palette that I had rolled in, is my BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast. And I still have 2 shades left for the No Pan Left Behind portion. And I have, as you can see, been focusing on the orange matte and that shimmer from the Pie palette. So I've only used this shade once this past month, this Ripe, which is the shade that I picked, and I have a total of 6 uses on it, and it's not really looking like I'm going to hit pan anytime soon. But there is what that one is looking like. Well, again, my hand is a bit darker than my face, but it's a really pretty shade, and I have a bunch of greens that I'm working on. So now that these are going to be my 2 oldest, not that I'm going to like neglect the 2 palettes that I roll in, but I'm definitely going to focus on these more over any new shade that I roll in this update. So these 2 palettes get to be put away, and I have my tablet with my wheel of names, and I think this is up to date. So this is as up to date as I can make it for right now anyway. So I have 91 palettes on here that do not have pan. There are a couple of palettes that I currently own that do not have pan but are not in here because they are in other projects where I'm working to hit pan on them. So I don't want to like double dip in that sense. But here, I'm just going to tap it a couple times for the first palette. The Violet Voss Essentials 2. So that's the first one that we're going to be working on. And then BH Cosmetics Orange Sorbet. I keep getting orange palettes. I don't know what. Okay, I'm gonna go grab those really quick, and then we're gonna figure out which shades that I want to work on in those palettes. So this is the first palette that got chosen for me. This is Violet Voss Essentials 2, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Oh look. Oh wait, no. I don't keep that. Once again, because I've never used this palette before. So, let's see. I don't actually know which... I don't think I want to work on a matte from here, because I've already got 2 mattes going on. So let's give some of these... I don't know that I want to work on that one. Let's see this one. This one. Okay. So, okay, this is rose gold. You can see the kind of duochrome flip on that one. That can be pretty. That's blue violet. This is wild orchid. That's aqua. I really don't know. Let's see, what will go... I feel like between these, the aqua will look the best, but I'm also going to be pulling in an orange from the Orange Sorbet. So let's look at that one. There's nothing that says I have to pick a shade from this palette before I look at the shades in this palette. So this is the BH Cosmetics Orange Sorbet palette. Again, I just panned something very similar to this. I have shades very similar to this in my Beauty A to Z, and I'm not here for the mattes right now. So let's give all of these. Ooh, that one's pretty. Oh my gosh, that one's really pretty. Let's give all of these a little swatcheroo. And I did that in the worst possible spot on my arm. I like this one a lot. I think I'm going to do that one. So that is the shade Tangy right here. It's like reddy orange color. Like a fiery coral almost. That's what that one looks like. It doesn't really go with either of those shades, but that's fine. It's totally fine. So now let's go back to this. What are we gonna... Do I want to play it safe and like do the rose gold? Let's do it right next to here. Even like putting it on top. They blend together. Oh my gosh. Sorry, everybody. I don't know how to swatch. I don't know. Do I want to do that one? Oh my gosh. This video is a kind of a hot mess. Let me see what is where. I don't think I'm panning anything quite like that one currently. I think the closest shadow I have to that is Neckarat from Divina, but that has a much more opaque base. And this will actually, I think I will go with rose gold, because I think besides pairing well with this tangy shade, it will also go nicely with a bunch of the other shades that I'm actually panning. And it is like a pretty topper, and you can see it's got like that orangey gold to the pink, like a duochrome. So yeah, I think Nathaniel scratched me. I don't know what that's from. But this is my new color story. It's not super cohesive, but that's fine. It's totally fine. I'm more trying to use the shades in this project as like shades that I can use with other shadows and other projects, so that I can bounce around between things and not just totally focus on one thing. But that is what our new color story is. I just call it shade 11 because it's the 11th shade in the palette from the Vizier Neutral Mattes. This is Ripe from BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast. This is Tangy. I want to make sure that I'm saying that. Yes, that is the correct shade. This is Tangy from the BH Cosmetics Orange Sorbet palette, and this is Rose Gold from the Violet Voss Essentials 2 palette. So I don't know that I'll have any pans for next month, but hopefully we'll have some more progress in the Vizier shade and the Avocado Toast shade, and we'll get started on doing the No Pan Left Behind for these two new palettes. But that is it for today. Let me know how you are doing on your eyeshadow panning journey this year. My eyeshadow inventory is just, I have not been keeping it updated, so I've got a ton of shadows that I need to put in. I have a bunch of shadows that I'm decluttering and I need to take out, and I've kind of lost track of how many pans I've hit so far this year. So maybe for next month, I'll make that a bonus goal to get my eyeshadow inventory sorted out, so I can actually figure out how many pans I have currently for this year and like overall, because that's something I would like to know. But anyway, that is it for me today. I hope you are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. You're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.